Today I'll be talking about natural gas, and more specifically natural gas as a transportation fuel instead of gasoline. To first understand the advantages and disadvantages of this, we will look at the chemical properties of gasoline versus natural gas. The first chemical property that we're going to look at is the specific energy. And as we can see here, that the specific energy of gasoline and natural gas are very close to each other, which means that natural gas can be a good replacement of gasoline in terms of energy. And the second property that we're going to look at is density. And also, as we can see here, that the density of natural gas is much higher than it is in gasoline. And this is a problem because more density means more volume required. And the third property that we're going to look at is the carbon content. And to understand the carbon content, we need to look at the structure of the molecule. For a natural gas, it is simply a methane, which is a CH4. It has only one carbon. While on the other hand, for gasoline, it is usually a molecule that has carbon from 4 to 12. So therefore, gasoline has more carbon content than natural gas. And in terms of the octane number, natural gas has a higher octane number than gasoline, which is at 130, while it is for gasoline 87 to 93. So now, as we have looked to the chemical properties, we can see the advantages of natural gas. The first advantage is that natural gas burns more cleaner than gasoline, and this is mainly because, as we mentioned previously, this is due to the less carbon content in natural gas than it is in gasoline. And also, nitrogen oxide and particulate matter are going to be reduced by approximately 90%. The second advantage of natural gas is that natural gas is abundant in the US, and this will help to reduce dependence on foreign oil, which supports the RFS law. And also, natural gas is significantly less expensive than gasoline. And also, over the years, natural gas has remained relatively constant compared to the oil prices, which fluctuated over the years due to external factors. And as we can see, as of 2015, the average of natural gas price was 2.1 versus $2.6 per gallon for gasoline. And the last advantage is that natural gas helps the engine to live long, and this is also again because of the less carbon content in natural gas, and this is going to make oil changing less frequently. Now let's take a look at the technical difficulties that faces natural gas. The first technical difficulty is that natural gas requires more space or more storage area for it, and this is mainly because natural gas has higher density. And as we add a large tank, this is going to of course add weight to the vehicle. So this is going to drive us to the second disadvantage, which is natural gas vehicles have less driving range than gasoline, and this is because of the weight that has been added to the vehicle. And also, natural gas has limited stations compared to gasoline, and home fueling is going to be costly. This is mainly because the natural gas that is delivered into your home is not compressed, and you have to add a compressor system that has a cost of approximately $5,000. And as for today, the vehicles that are fueled by natural gas are more expensive by an average of $5,000. And in the end, natural gas is still a fossil fuel and it still emits pollutant. However, it emits it in a lower rates. So now let's answer if natural gas is a better option than gasoline. To answer this question, we're going to do a theoretical example of switching from natural gas, from gasoline to natural gas. So we know that the average consumption of gasoline in 2015 was 140 billion gallons. So we have calculated the mass of CO2 that we got from that in 2015, and we got 1.7 trillion kilograms of CO2 that produced from gasoline. Now let's assume that we switch to natural gas and use natural gas instead of gasoline in 2015 and see how much the mass of CO2 is going to be. And after the calculation, we found that the mass is going to be 1.2 trillion CO2 if we use natural gas. This means that the CO2 emission was reduced by 30% if we turn into natural gas. Although that what I have said here is not 100% accurate, it still can gives us a glimpse about how switching switching into a natural gas is going to be a better option than gasoline. So in conclusion, natural gas is abundant, affordable, and more eco-friendly than gasoline. However, it has some technical difficulties like large tank, but in the end it is a better option than gasoline.